Well, I'm going to embarrass Nightflower a little bit and let the world know what a remarkable young man he is. He lives in Lexington, Kentucky, and he's a pagan and very courageous gay young man. You know, it takes a lot of courage in this world to stand up for who you are. And Nightflower has, you know, some additional challenges in life. I mean, the South is very conservative. I grew up there. You can imagine. They gave me a lot of space without my even asking for it. But you know, he has followed up on helping us out with different projects that we've had by getting the word out to others for, you know, different causes that the Gossamer Court supports. We have a lot of people who offer us help, but, you know, it's a very small percentage of that. It's kind of like a heat of the moment thing. It's you know, people just don't follow through. It is refreshing and gratifying. I was at a point in my life where I was ready to give up. You know, it was just so frustrating. I put out requests, you know, for people to, you know, just throw a couple of dollars in an envelope and send it to us. You know, the price of a cup of coffee. We certainly make it, you know, go a long way. There was a producer at one of the Body Temple shows in Brooklyn who, you know, we were talking, and I happened to have my book with me, my ledger, and there was a show that I had put on that was really quite amazing. And that's even, you know, even by my critics, they respected the job that I did on it. And so this producer was serious about investing some money. One of the first casualties of Enron, him. But anyway, he looked at it and he was like, wow, you put that on for this amount? And then he asked me what I could do with $100,000. Well, I was very excited about that. It was only a short period of time after that Enron went belly up, and he had money invested in that. And so, you know, it fell through. And I always look at things like that as the universe getting me ready for something else. But when I was at this point of frustration some time ago, that's when Nightflower came into my life. And, you know, we talked a few times on the phone, and there's always emails of encouragement from him. You know, keeping things going, keeping the dream alive. And, you know, Brian Boel, the co-founder of the Gossamer Court, he was only 25 when he died. He died of AIDS. His first sexual experience was with this guy who had it and didn't bother telling him. And that is one thing, but, you know, not using condoms when you're with somebody and having that's another matter altogether. But Ryan devoted the last year of his life to helping with the dream, and he told me at that point that I had an obligation to young gay pagans because I had been there, and you know, I was one of the trailblazers, as a matter of fact. And you know, the pagan community is very open-minded about a lot of things. You know, it is kind of a refuge for a lot of bisexuals in pursuit of spirituality and acceptance of who they are. But, you know, it's like anywhere else, you still have people that, you know, are uncomfortable. That are uncomfortable around gay people. And, you know, with within paganism there's a lot of affection, and I've always said it's like, you know, sometimes it's like the fire department. You know, they hug each other, and you know, it's rah rah rah, but it's kind of like a salute and maybe a pat on the behind once in a while, as far as the affection goes. And you know, so people get uncomfortable in a world where everybody hugs. Sometimes, you know, I've had people admit to me that it took them a while to feel comfortable around me. You know, I'm so out loud they can hear me in California. So, you know, it's life. But anyway, you know, I look at Nightflower, and there's just so much hope in my heart. I celebrate his accomplishments in life. I celebrate his attitude. I celebrate, you know, the magnificent, magical being that he's becoming. And I think in a lot of ways he's very characteristic of the second wave indigos that are, you know, coming into their own right now. So I just wanted to let people know how I feel about him, and the young indigos like him, who make up a very important tier of the Gossamer Court. This is Youth the Fairy King. Have a wonderful life, and Nightflower, having you in it makes my life more wonderful than it might be otherwise.